Tomorrow being a market off, 4.5% lower, pretty much around the lows of the day, though we were a lot worse intraday. But still, the breath has been bleak. All sectors have bled today, led by technology, media, capital goods. Banking has had a huge fall today. Automobiles, you've got real estate, power, pharmaceuticals. All sectors have had a weak close. Just a few spots of green, and Hero MotoCorp perhaps is the only convincing one. I'll completely ignore Bajaj Auto because even that 12 odd point gain is a little meaningless. So yeah, Hero MotoCorp has really been the sole winner. Aside of that, of course, Godrej Consumer Products as well. Yesterday, remember, also this was a big gainer. So 5.5% up in the green for Godrej Consumer. There's been Just Dial as well, which has managed a green show. M&M Finance, Biocon, and India Bulls just marginally holding up. Jindal Steel, that's been your biggest loser in terms of price losers within the F&O universe. About a 14% fall there. Escorts loses about 10.6%. Kotak Bank loses 9.5%. TechM is down 9%. And PVR as well loses in excess of 10%. Aside of that, there's also been the Nifty IT index as well, led by the drag on TechM, has fallen quite a fair bit today. In fact, we've seen a solid 6% loss coming in for the Nifty IT index alone. In terms of OI build-up, just look at what's happening with Jindal Steel. A big fall in the stock and huge amount of OI build-up as well. There's been a Cummins also, which has lost about 5%, 31% OI build-up. Balkrishna Industries, even though the stock managed to resurrect itself, managed a green close, or flattish, I would say, with a green bias. But it's had a very, very choppy ride. And then Bosch as well lost about 3% today, 23.5% OI build up on this one. That's pretty much it. But Avan, what about the newsmakers?
Well, there have been a host of them, but among the lot, the key one is definitely Kotak Bank. That hammering that is taken in today's trading session. We're talking about a large cap private banking name, and it's really unusual to see this kind of a rate. But do remember, there's been the revision on the foreign limits of MSCI that get deferred to June. The management as well talking about how the balance sheet preservation is likely to be a little bit dicey, and that seems to have unnerved the investors. All of those PSU banks have been newsmakers today. Remember, you've got the big bank merger taking effect. There will now only be 12 PSU banks from now on, and all of the branches will exist as branches of the parent bank. Auto sales, were digesting the kind of numbers that came in. You had Maruti's numbers disappointing, a big drop for Eicher's CV numbers. Ashok Leyland as well was a big miss. M&M, all of them reacting to the lockdown as well as that overall BS6 transition. You have HUL, that's been a newsmaker. Remember, they've completed the merger with GSK Consumer Healthcare. Something like SpiceJet as well has hogged the limelight. They're saying that they are paying some of their staff salaries, and this is going to happen in installments. Those OMCs have been the cynosure of all eyes. We spoke with Mr. M.K. Surana today, and he said that the lower prices have resulted in lower product prices for consumers. As of now, all the petrol pumps are open, and they will ensure that LPG cylinders are delivered to consumers. Other than that, well, you have something like GM Breweries that's rallied today. They've got the license to manufacture hand sanitizers from the FDA. And Jubilant Life getting an EIR from the US FDA for one of their facilities in Maryland in the USA. While those have been some of the key newsmakers within the broader universe, the cuts have been far more measured compared to what we witnessed for the frontliners. So going home at 82.63 on the Nifty, down 2% for the mid and the small caps, but that breadth has been rather unnerving.